Hey guys, just a reminder, if you want to hear all of these wonderful B Plus podcast episodes completely ad-free, make sure you head over to Patreon or Podbean, where we are the featured podcast this week. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month up to $10 a month, where anything you want to help us with, it really helps out. It's going to help us grow the site. It's going to help us redesign some things, and everything that we get through this and through the advertising as well is all going straight back into the podcast so that we can get Aussie Graps out there for the rest of the world to hear about, for the rest of the world to see, so we can grow this mission of watch global, support local, and build indie wrestling. So if you want to be a part of that and get some really cool rewards like call-in shows, bonus episodes, ad-free like I mentioned, then head over to patreon.com/theb+ and subscribe today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Hold one, arm drag.
You're not good at this. Get out. Let me tell you a personal story about Vince McMahon.
You just made the list.
Oh my God!
Sorry, no speak English.
Dummy. Goodbye and good night. Hold two, arm bar.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Dummy.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
Hold three, the moss covered, three-handle family Gradunzo.
Mamma mia!
And now, Unchained.media presents the B Plus Podcast with your host, Greg Unchained.
It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin!
Number 4, armbar.
I will never retire!
I still got 200 more. I got 200 more holes to list.
All right, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends, welcome to another B Plus podcast. I'm your host, Greg Unchained. Today is Monday. I assume this will come out. It's Sunday as we talk. We've all finished watching the G1 Supercard with Ring of Honor, New Japan at the Madison Square Garden. And so joining me to break it down, as always, big boy Mikey.
Hey, buddy. How you going?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Living large.
Yeah, I feel you can't steal Dander's gimmick. Are you feeling tired at all? Because you've done Hall of Fame as well. I took a nap with the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling all right. But during the G1 Supercard, I was actually talking to Todd Eastman of Wrestle Radio Australia on Messenger, and we were sort of marking out about the show together. And I thought, hang on, Todd doesn't get to talk about these shows on Wrestle Radio Australia because he's too busy, pumping up all the Aussie stuff. So why don't I invite Todd, the Beast from the East, Eastman, onto the show? How you doing, Todd?
How you going, mate? Are you good?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling refreshed, feeling ready to talk some Ring of Honor and New Japan.
Yeah, I'm rested as well because I tried to watch the Impact show from Mania weekend and knocked me right out for a good hour. So
The United We Stand?
yeah, I got about 3 matches into it and fell asleep because of the, how I was telling you there were sound issues?
Yeah.
One of them went for so long I just dropped out.
You just nodded off. Yeah, fair enough. That's happened to me before. I completely forgot about United We Stand, and also just because it's WrestleMania weekend, my head's all over the place. And I completely forgot that I normally do an Impact podcast today that would come out tomorrow. And so Mr. Mysterious actually had to solo cast the Impact podcast because I didn't watch it, because I resolved for this weekend to only watch WWE and New Japan, and then I'll watch the highlights of the weekend throughout the week.
Something about Impact I just cannot get back into. I don't know what it is. Like, I love all the guys that work on the show. There's just something about it. Like, I think it was that last episode where they killed off Ali.
Yeah, I love that.
I got right up to there, and I got 5 minutes into that, and I was like, this is, like, I wouldn't even watch movies that are this bad acting.
Yeah, I love the wacky shit, though. I love that wacky, bad acting. That does it for me, the B-grade stuff. I'm into it.
It got on my last nerve. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, the wrestling was great, but I can't do it.
I got to agree with Toddy. I tried. I even tried to get on some of the Impact casts with Greg and Jay and that a couple of months ago. I tried to get back into it. Yeah, like you said, all the guys on that roster I love, like 99% of them. I just can't get back into the product. It's sad because 2006 TNA was like I used to love that shit.
Yeah. Like I think like TNA has always for me been amazing workers let down completely by storylines.
Yeah, agree with that.
Yeah. Not just storylines either, the entire office, like where they choose to run their shows, like everything seems off to me with Impact and always has.
Yeah, well, even like I was telling you, just that set for United We Stand was like MCW put on a better show production-wise.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the sound was atrocious coming from the commentators.
Yeah, that's never good. It's never good. I mean, it could be worse. It could be AAA. So,
wow, shout out to Ryan Rollins.
But let's talk about something that we're happy to talk about, something that we like to talk about: Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Although I feel a lot of people today are thinking of Ring of Honor like they think of Impact. To be honest with you, after the showing Ring of Honor had at some of these matches.
I really don't understand it, to be honest with you. I thought it was fine. I have no problem with a lot of their decisions today, and like the match. It's to the point where you've got you run through phases of companies. The company can't always be as strong as it was in 2006. The WWE is the same. They go through phases, and I think that's all it is. Give it a year or so, half the guys that they've been bagging, they'll be raving about.
Yeah.
No, I agree with exactly that. I think we talked about this a few times on our King of Sportscast. Ring of Honor have gone through so many rebuilds in the last, 17 years that they've been around. Like every couple of years they have a massive talent exodus. And, okay, like Ring of Honor might kind of look weak to some people without the Elite. But with the Elite leaving, it's given a window of opportunity to guys like the Lifeblood guys and Flip and Taven and all those sort of guys. And it's, give it a couple of months and people will forget the hard times in Ring of Honor. They go through this every 2 or 3 years. Like how many exoduses have they had where they've had to rebuild? I mean,
Yeah. Well, I told you, Greg, I said back in the day when we first started doing Wrestle Radio Australia, we used to cover WWE, ROH, New Japan, the whole deal. And I hated Matt Taven with a passion. I thought he was completely useless to the point where, like, I would say his name like Jerry Seinfeld says Newman. I would legit be going through the show, go and blah blah blah, and then Matt Taven took on this guy, and now I absolutely love the guy. The last 18 months, what he's done with, like, he had the Kingdom as a faction, was him, Adam Cole, and Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
Taken that over now and just absolutely just taken the lead with it. I think what he's done has been amazing. And some of their stuff that you see on their streaming service that they do in their 6-man tags, especially the it bit they do with the balloons. And I think they did one with it was a 6-man against Dalton and the boys. And they did the whole spot where I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head. He goes under the ring and dragged one of the boys under. When one of the boys come up, he had the raincoat on with blood.
Yeah, Vinny Marseglia.
Yes, yeah. He had the boy had the raincoat on with blood, and the balloons flew up from this. Popped me massively.
Yeah, they do lots of fun stuff on the Honor Club shows you're talking about.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. No, that's like you were saying, Mikey, with the rebuilds. They've got some mad potential on the roster at the moment, and I think, Todd, you said that people will be raving about these guys in 2 years. Like for me, it's Jeff Cobb and Bandito. These two are the flag bearers for the future, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, they're already here. That's the thing. Yeah. Those guys are already here. It's the underneath guys that I think that you're going to be hearing. Like oh geez, I can't remember what their names are. This is how bad it is from their weekly shows.
The Shinobi Shadow Squad?
Yeah,
like Eli Isom and that?
Guys like that will come into their own. Even the guys that are underneath, like Vinny Marseglia and TK, they will come through in the next year or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I love, and I'm glad he got his spot in the Rumble. We'll talk about the Rumble first off, I think, but and I'll use this to segue into it. And Mikey, you know this, I talk about him every week. Rhett fucking Titus. I love Rhett Titus.
He's had so many incarnations, and I think he would have been massive if Kenny King had never left for Impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd have kept going with that All Night Express because they were ready to have the rocket strapped on them then. And then Kenny left and sort of left Rhett like flying in the wind.
Yeah, and he did that whole thing with Will, where they did like the big dog, little dog thing.
Yes.
It kind of felt like a Enzo and Cass ripoff.
Yeah.
But this iteration with the bodybuilding stuff, and it's hilarious. He's so good.
Yeah, and he has been around for eons in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and I think he's due for a good run. I don't think he's going to be like a Jay Lethal face of the company type, but Silas Young level, I think he could do it.
Yeah,
for sure.
But there are guys like that you notice, like back in the day, I remember it was one of the top prospect tournaments. It was a Silas Young match against Adam Page, and this is when we were doing the stuff on Wrestle Radio Australia, and I said to Josh Armour, the guy that was hosting it with me, said, watch Adam Page in a few years because he's going to be really good. He has that thing about him. And you look where Adam Page is now.
right. Yeah,
So nobody talked about these guys 3 years ago.
Even someone like a Flip, even someone like a Flip Gordon was a couple of years ago. I knew a lot of people that just said, "Oh no, I don't think he'll amount to anything." Mate, Flip Gordon is a mini Brian Cage right now. I know there's a point to that. But he's a mini Brian Cage at the moment. He is looking jacked, healthy. He looked good out there tonight.
I noticed the abs when he came out. I was like, oh, he's working out hard.
And he was one of the most over guys on that show.
Yeah.
In a horrible spot, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah, let's start with the Honor Rumble. The Honor Rumble. What did you guys think? I'll be honest completely. I did not give the Honor Rumble my full attention because I was also hanging clothes out and doing breakfasts with the kids and all that sort of stuff because it was like 8 a.m. here. So 7:30 a.m. it started.
Yeah, I only saw the last bit of it because time zones. That's pretty much what it was.
So Mikey, we're leaning on you here. What did you think?
Well, I watched it from start to end because every time that clock counted down, I was just hoping and praying that Robbie Eagles was going to get one of those entrances. Like, come on. But no. But look, no, I thought it was a lot of fun. Huge, I had a mark out moment in this. As soon as Great Muta's entrance hit, I marked out.
Yeah, that shocked me.
I marked out last time I marked out that well was years like that. I was and then having Great Muta and Liga facing one another in the ring, I was like, holy shit. And yeah, there's some really good spots. I think Kenny King winning is actually the right answer. I went with Liga winning this originally, my tipping comps, if you will. I went with Liga winning this, but Kenny King, I think, is the right person to win this because I think that gives him. I think that he gives it a little something. I know it's only a pre-show Rumble, but I think it might give him a little bit of character going forward. That he won this and eliminated freaking Muta and Liga.
Yeah, I think they were smart. They were smart to book Muta the way they did because the last time I saw him in TNA, he was amazingly limited. And I was like, thank God that they surrounded him and they protected him in this and didn't hang him out to dry the way he was in Impact.
Yeah, well, that's the advantage of Rumbles too. Is there's a lot of things you can do to do that, to keep people protected. So
yes,
it's a good spot for him, really good spot for him. And I think I agree, man. Kenny King winning was I didn't pick Kenny King to win, but having Kenny King win it was the right choice.
Yeah,
sure.
A Ring of Honor guy, a young Ring of Honor guy. Well, Kenny King's not one of the young guys.
Not really,
but a established and or young. Yeah,
he just looks young. Black Dirt Crack.
Oh wow,
he's a Ring of Honor Paul Rudd, is he? Just doesn't age. No, it was a right call. I think a prominent Ring of Honor talent should have won this Rumble, and it's perfect. So I was kind of maybe thinking TK and Vinny at the end, one of them was going to win it and kind of start their little breakout kind of reign as a single, but Kenny King is also a great option. So.
Yeah, and then we move on to the show proper. So they took a bit of a break, and then the show proper started with Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb. Perfect match to start the show. Will Ospreay's he always has exciting matches, so putting him in the opening slot to me sets the pace for a show perfectly every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said to you, at first I was surprised that he didn't go over on that, but then like I said to you, I realized the open weight belt in New Japan is pretty much a hot potato, so that it can get thrown around left, right, and center.
Yeah, and what it's done is his time with that belt in New Japan has established. He's had matches with Kazuchika Okada and stuff, and it's really established that he is ready to hang with the heavyweights, which I think that's what the title's there for.
Yeah, and he's put on the size now, so
yeah. But going in, we did our predictions the other day, Mikey, and I wasn't sure who to pick for this one because I said, I want, like the heart says Will Ospreay, but Jeff Cobb's never been pinned or submitted, and so you'd think that they want to keep that going and have him. So now it's Jeff Cobb 2 belts.
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
That tour of the islands off the top, is it tour of the islands? He calls his finisher. Yeah, off the top rope was phenomenal. Look, 12 minutes and 52 seconds is the official time match of this for Will Ospreay to wrestle a match with a broken nose. Did you know he was wrestling with a broken?
Oh, did he break his nose at the Rev Pro show, right?
Yeah, the night before.
So he wrestled that with a broken nose. So, like, hats off to anyone being able to wrestle the next day with a broken nose.
Well, I mean, the amount, because, like, one of the most important things to wrestling is cardio. And if you can't breathe, like, how the fuck did he do that? I didn't even know that he had a broken nose until after.
So, fantastic. But, I mean, like Tony just said there about the never open weight. The never open weight is a bit of a hot pocket in New Japan. You can sort of put it on anyone and it works well. Cobb is basically a full crossover guy. Like, he's one of those maybe 10 guys that's full crossover between Japan and Ring of Honor. So it'd be interesting to see what they do here. I think Taichi is next in line for a never shot. So Cobb versus Taichi is going to be interesting. But you'll see how that goes from there.
Yeah. And then moving on, we have Roosh and Dalton Castle with the boys. And this one shocked the hell out of me. I mean, Dalton Castle, we've speculated a lot that he's still working with injuries or whatnot because he's kind of been a shell of his former self. And this match went for 15 seconds. Roosh, hit the missile drop kicks real quick and just boom, 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 it was done.
Yeah, well, I've noticed, like, when he does his entrance, you know how he used to do those real big step outs?
Yeah.
He can't do those at the moment.
No.
So surely there's got to be something really wrong with him where he can't actually, like, move properly.
In which case, take the time to get better, man. Like, why did you come back? Why are you here?
Because you guts to get paid.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. Because there'd be no downside guarantees with Ring of Honor, I don't think.
No. Especially someone like a Dalton who, like someone like the New Japan guys that are kind of half New Japan, half Ring of Honor would probably be covered by New Japan. I think New Japan would look after them. I don't think the Ring of Honor side of things would really work. Everyone's talking about the Dalton Castle side of this. You know me, I'm a massive Roosh mark. This is perfect for Roosh. As the commentator said.
Well, yeah, it made Roosh look good.
As the commentators are saying, and as a lot of people on Twitter are saying, this puts him straight into title contention. He is one of the guys. You're talking about Cobb and Bandito before. Roosh is also one of those guys. Perfect signing from them. Roosh is, akin to Almaz, as one of those talents with a lot of charisma, and he's just getting started. And I think he just propels him straight into the main event scene against someone like I won't do that spoiler yet because we'll talk about it later. But I think he goes straight into the main event scene pretty much.
And it's got to be hard with ROH now because they have to try and find as many guys as they can for a budget price, really, when you've got AEW sort of picking up most of the good talent that aren't getting picked up by WWE.
Yeah, well, all the way they're basically taking a lot of the younger guys from the independent scene too, like someone like a Jungle Boy or something would look amazing in a Ring of Honor ring, but all the way they're taking these guys too. So, Ring of Honor's talent relations and recruiting is so important at the moment.
Well, it's one of those things, too, where they could kind of always rely on WWE would not hire small people or ridiculously large people until they had a big enough name. So, like, someone like Beer City Bruiser, he probably wasn't getting a job with WWE. Someone like Ace Romero, for example, from MLW, he's not getting an offer from WWE anytime soon. And like you said, someone like Jungle Boy or someone like, in the past, like your Adam Coles and stuff, like just smaller dudes. WWE aren't going to look at them. So Ring of Honor could always rely on those guys being available until they'd made their name there. But now that's not a given anymore. Because like you said, Jungle Boy, right? You got to think Marco Stunt. I don't know if he's actually officially signed with AEW or not yet, but you got to think he will be, right?
Yeah, you'd have to think most of the guys that were on All In would be getting looked at.
And so those people are not safe bets for Ring of Honor anymore. Like they can't, there's competition for those guys. And as well now, WWE are going to look at those guys more. I mean, WWE just signed Stokely Hathaway. Yeah. Like, you know,
gave me a slight glimpse of a chance of being signed.
Not
even, not even a glimmer of hope.
But no, but it's like the whole landscape has changed. And so Ring of Honor have to really reassess. But I don't get the Roosh love I still don't get it, Mikey. I mean, he looked good here, but like this was 15 seconds. Anyone can look good beating someone in 15 seconds.
I really enjoyed his match on the last G1 Road to Supercard.
Yeah.
That was really good. I can't remember who he was against at the moment, but the match I saw him in, because it was the first time I'd even actually seen him wrestle, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's just something about him that I tune out. My daughter likes him because he wears the bull mask thing on his way out. She likes the gimmicks. So, but for me,
I guess it's different for me. I guess because I watch CMLL on the reg, and I've seen Roosh do his thing in CMLL, and he kind of looks above and beyond a lot of people on that roster. So, but look, I get that people might not. See the attraction straight away with him, but I hope he keeps keeps looking good like this. Yeah.
Mayu Iwatani versus Kelly Klein, Women of Honor World Championship, 10-minute match. Kelly Klein gets the win, which, as I said on the preview cast, was the right call. Kelly Klein is the Ring of Honor. You know, she's their sort of cornerstone. And they've really built her up with the whole Kelly's crew or whatever they're calling it this week, those people that come to ringside with her and stuff, which it was, I thought the right choice was made, but the stuff that happened after with the beautiful people, I guess they're not the beautiful people anymore because they've got, what's her name, Mandy Leone with her, and they're the Allure, I think they called them.
Yeah.
This, like, the crowd was dead for it. No one cared. I didn't care. With the amount of, like, I would love to see someone like a Solo Darling, like an Alley Cat, even bringing Melina in. Like, I would love to see any of them show up in Women of Honor, but the beautiful people, not really on the bucket list. You know?
Yeah, but none of them are with Bully Ray.
Yeah,
right. That's what it comes down to, and. It was just so dead, and it fell so flat. And this whole thing, like, the match was okay, but the aftermath really threw the match out the window to me. And I'm watching this, and I'm just like, Ring of Honor need to stop booking women and just tell people to go watch Shimmer.
Well, no, if you're going to do it though, have music for them. Talk to the ring with. Don't just have like 90 seconds to 2 minutes of dead air as they walk to the ring slowly. You have that. You have music for them. That's what it is. It's the whole. Like setting the stage for them. They didn't look like a big deal because they weren't presented like a big deal. They were just like, oh, here's two people walking down the aisle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was odd, actually. Now that you mention that, I didn't even think of that. Like, if they actually had music hit and then the commentators are saying, who's this? What's going on? Like, that kind of thing, it could have improved it. But yeah, I still don't know that they would have gotten much of a reaction. No,
they might have, but I think it might have been, it might have covered up the lack of reaction.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah, but that's my one thing with the Ring of Honor side that I will agree with the rest of the internet on was this. To me, this was awful. And I've been saying, Mikey, you know this, I've been saying for months now, do more with your Women of Honor. Like, you have some good people there, and there's a lot of talent out there that is unsigned. In like, there's a lot of women's talent out there. And they were doing nothing, and then they do this, and it's like, I don't know if I can put faith in Women of Honor at all.
Well, they made their mistake with their first champion straight away.
Yeah, you didn't like Sumi Sakai as champ.
Well, she couldn't really speak English, and that's
true.
That's the market that you are primarily going for.
Yeah,
it's an English speaking market. So why would you make your first champion who can go out there and do the press tours, can go out there and why would you make that someone who doesn't speak English? Yeah. And not only that, she looks like a 73-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this is why Kelly Klein, I feel like, is the right choice because she is a Ring of Honor woman. Yeah,
she would have been her, or I went to say Emma. They would have been the right. Tenille. They would have been the right choice from the get go, especially Tenille because she already had half a name.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, like I said, the post-match stuff with the lack of reaction kind of reminded me on a lesser scale. A couple of weeks ago at Arena Puebla when Young Bucks showed up at AAA and took the titles off Lucha Bros, the crowd was absolutely dead for them because the lights came on, and whilst there was also another 4-hour show that led into that moment, the crowd was dead, and there was no reaction because again, like Todd you said, I think the music would have helped. I think like a bit of an entrance or something that would have helped. I didn't mind it. I'm not as angry as others. Just I don't think we really want to take the women's division seriously as anyone else. But at the same time, if it's not something that's taken seriously, the moment was kind of fun for a couple of minutes, and that was it in a weird way. Like I liked it. That was kind of weird.
Fair enough. Speaking of fun, let's move on. Speaking of fun. The New York City street fight. So apparently Juice isn't going to be here. But yeah, Bully Ray comes out and then out comes Flip Gordon. And then it ends up really being Bully Ray, Silas Young, and Shane Taylor. So that little stable that they're doing there that we've been calling. What have we been calling him again? Mikey? I forget what we've been calling him.
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
Those guys taking on Flip Gordon and Lifeblood, well, part of Lifeblood in Juice Robinson and Mark Haskins. Yeah. And this was a beautiful clusterfuck.
Beautiful clusterfuck is the right term. It's talking about, the beautiful people and, where else are they going to work, of course, with Bully Ray. Bully Ray is one guy that I just don't care about seeing anymore.
I've been on that
Silas Young is fun. I go in and out of liking Shane Taylor. There are some matches that I'm like, oh, he actually impressed me. And then there's some I'm just like, he's absolutely crap in my opinion. But on the other side, I was about to say on the flip side, no pun intended. Flip and Lifeblood, they were fun in this. Haskins, I popped for Haskins' little entrance there. He looked good at MSG. It's pretty cool.
I guess we've glossed over that too. This is all happening at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
That's a pretty big deal. I mean, not for Bully Ray, it's not, but for all these other guys, this is the first time they've ever been in Madison Square Garden. It's pretty fucking amazing.
And I even said to you, like the way they had the arena structured, I was like, WWE must put a hell of a lot more seats in there just because they rarely have entrance set.
Yeah.
It's usually
they do the strip back thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it makes it look smaller when they do it the way the WWE do it. I think just because they maybe pack a shitload of seats, extra seats in that maybe New Japan didn't, but because it looked massive.
Yeah. It did. It looked huge. And like 5 people on this entire card, including legends that haven't wrestled for, many years. I've only ever wrestled there, so it's a cool moment, I guess.
But getting back to the match though, my favorite part of this was when they did their little kendo stick war, when everyone had a kendo stick and they did sword fights. I thought that was amazing. I think though I'm not a fan of the fact that like Bully Ray feels like he's helping, and obviously he is because like you said at the beginning, Todd. Flip was one of the most over guys on this entire show.
He's getting Flip over.
Is it him though, or is it because Flip was on being the elite? Because I don't know.
I think it's a little column A, a little column B. Everyone wants to see Bully Ray get his ass kicked, and the way he piles on to Flip, that just adds more fuel to that fire.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So it is working, but it's working so well that I'm just like, I don't want. Why are you doing it this way? Like, why did it take all 3 of them to pin Bully Ray? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that bums me out. I want to see Flip just pin his ass or make him tap out. Just knock him out. Just anything. I want to see Flip do it on his own.
But didn't he do it at the last?
Oh, he got him to submit, but he didn't actually say "I quit," and it was an "I quit" match. And it's and even then, they had all the shenanigans with like Flip's girlfriend at ringside and people interfering and all that sort of stuff. I just want to see him, no bullshit, pin Bully Ray to the ground.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what they're leaving it. They're leading it to eventually.
Yeah, hopefully. I thought it would. Madison Square Garden would be a pretty good place to do it.
Well, yeah, you'd think so, but hey.
A quick little note in there.
We aren't in charge.
Yeah, but I still have Flip Gordon's song in my head too. That flip, it doesn't go away.
I was going to say a quick little note about this match. I saw a first-time weapon in this match. You guys have been around wrestling a lot more than I have. I've never seen a pallet being used in wrestling. That's the first time I've ever seen a pallet in wrestling. That is fucking cool. Really?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it in some deathmatch stuff. Yeah.
The last time I remember seeing it was in that Royal Rumble match when bloody Hunter's foot went through one of the nails. Or
wow, that's But
yeah. No, I have seen pallets used before, like warehouse matches and stuff, like in rinky-dink indies from Iowa or whatever, like just that you find videos of.
Well, they are cheap.
yeah. But it was pretty cool to see that get busted.
Yeah, it's something a little bit different. I was like, oh, cool, this is a first-time weapon. I haven't seen that before.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
All right, guys, just before we get started, I want to take a second to tell you about a game I've been playing on my iPhone. You can get it on iPhone, you can get it on Android, all the tablets and what have you. It is called the Muscle Hustle app. They are good friends of the show, and they were hooking us up with codes to sort of help you guys get ahead if you were to decide to play the game. But unfortunately, in the latest software updates with iTunes and what have you, the codes aren't working. So we're trying to get that fixed. But in the meantime, if you click the link in the show notes and download the Muscle Hustle, it's a fantastic game. It's you collect wrestlers and train your wrestlers up, all with unique individual gear and everything to raise them through the ranks from jobber to superstar to legend. You go around collecting the titles, and you can even play with your friends. So unfortunately, no leg up to offer you, but if you hit the link in the show notes, it will let them know that we sent you, and it'll help us out, it helps them out, and it helps you out because it's a really fun game to play. So check out the Muscle Hustle app on iOS, Android, and all your mobile devices. The link, of course, is in the show notes. Hey everyone, just want to take a second to tell you about one of our new sponsors, OUTBREAK NUTRITION. OUTBREAK NUTRITION are creating supplements for survival, sharper minds, quicker reflexes, all the energy you need to take your performance to the next level, whether that be on the field, in the gym, on the gaming field. That's right, they have specifically designed gaming supplements as well to help you focus on those late night sessions. They even sell coffee, you guys, at OUTBREAK NUTRITION. You can get coffee pods, you can get coffee beans, you can get supplements for the bedroom as well if you want to enhance your performance there. These are performance enhancing supplements for every aspect of your life, specifically designed by gamers, for gamers, to stay fit and healthy in the gym, to stay sharp and focused on the game, and to dominate in all areas of life. So check out OUTBREAKNutrition.com, and for being a listener of our podcast, they will give you 10% off your order when you enter the code B+. That is BPLUS at checkout. So make sure, if you want to stay on top of your game, if you want to take your performance to the next level, OUTBREAKNutrition.com, enter the code B+ at checkout.
I love Juice Robinson on the mic.
Yeah,
I love him on the mic. He's so good.
He's very good. He's a natural. He gets you hyped up.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have Mojo Rawley's gimmick. Like, he's always hyped because he's so good at hyping you up. Anyway,
Mojo's just angry at himself now. So I mean, that's
right. Yelling in the mirror. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. Taiji Ishimori, Dragon Lee, Bandito, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. For me, I don't know. It's between this and another. I can hear you clapping there, Mikey. Yeah, you'll get your turn. It's between this and another match for match of the night for me. I really loved this match. You know, this match only went for 9 minutes, barely, like 8 minutes 50.
Yeah, it was quick. I think they might have been under the gun because I reckon that Hardcore went for longer than it was supposed to.
Yeah, freaking bully. He's so good at being a heel. I hate it.
But it was amazing. It's exactly what you wanted. It was a nice it was a gear change from what the match was before.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just exciting beginning to end. This is one of my kind of matches. Like I love flippy shit, you know, fast paced spot fest matches. That's kind of my jam. I like that. So I was very big on this match, and I know that Mikey is very big on the result. I picked Bandito to win, and Mikey picked Dragon Lee. So your guy pinned my guy.
I did pick this right. Yeah, what a match, right? CMLL. Perfectly represented in this match with Dragon Lee. He just looks so fucking good. This match was just that Bandito spot with lifting both guys with his finisher off the top rope. Holy shit, that was impressive.
Yeah, I didn't think his arm was long enough to get through. Like the legs. I'm like, he's not going to be able to grab that.
Yeah, all three of these guys ridiculously talented. Ishimori, he'll get the strap back before Kingdom, I imagine, somehow through the year. He's just that good. He's too good. But Dragon Lee, there's a story to tell in New Japan with his title now, with Hiromu coming back. So Hiromu, Dragon Lee is going to be a beautiful story to be told. Yeah, what a fantastic match. And great night for the Munoz brothers. Rush and Dragon Lee both win. Good shit.
Yeah. You got to think that's why Dragon Lee got the strap, right, to go into a program with Hiromu when Hiromu comes back.
Hiromu wins Best of Super Juniors. Dragon Lee holds the title. Done.
No, Robbie's going to win Best of the Super Juniors. Have faith.
I'll be glad if Robbie's just in Best of Super Juniors, to be honest with you.
Oh, he's got to be. Yeah. He's got to be at this point.
How they didn't have him and Gino in the Rumble, I have no idea why.
Yeah,
Gino was in the suites having cigars with parlay.
Yeah, massive cigars.
What the fuck is that? I love that moment. Sorry.
You know who did show up on TV today on like one of the major shows? Adam Brooks was on the Hall of Fame red carpet. Like what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I actually messaged him and said, geez, Matty's really scrubbing for dates, isn't he?
Wow.
Yeah, bottom of the barrel there. But let's move on. Tag team match. Evil and Sonata versus Guerrillas of Destiny versus Villain Enterprises versus the Briscoes. And I did not see this one coming. I thought that we'd end up with LIJ as champs.
Yeah, well, I said that to you too, didn't I? I was like, that makes the most sense. But I'm a massive fan of God. Massive fan. I said to you online that I thought I would have loved to have seen Tama have that spot where that White's in at the moment.
Yeah,
I just think he could do that. But his brother, I've been a fan of his brother since he was Donnie Marlowe at Florida Championship Wrestling.
Wow, yeah. Donnie Marlowe. Wow,
going back.
There's a name.
Yeah,
deep cuts from Todd Eastman.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you market him as being Haku's son instead of being Donnie Marlowe? That's what I could not work out. I'm like, the dude's got gifts, and you're not like using any of them. You call Ricky Steamboat's son Richie Steamboat, for God's sake. Call this guy Haku Jr. Jesus.
Yeah. Haku 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hakuning.
El Hijo did hit Haku.
I was thinking Haku 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, the Haku works as well. But no, this match was good. PCO is going to die, right? I say this every week. He's going to die on live TV one day.
That entrance.
The entrance was amazing. We haven't talked about some of these entrances. Yeah.
Fuck the entrance, the powerbomb.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said he was going to die. But yeah, they did the entrance with Destro. Destro is now a part of Ring of Honor canon. I'm happy about that. Let's put that to the side, though. That powerbomb to the outside, that's insanity.
Yeah.
I thought, they must have a table set up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe they thought there was one.
I'm like, did I miss the setup? Was there? No. Oh shit, that's the floor. Like that was my process. It was horrifying
because they kind of had a look on their face, like once they threw him, like, oh shit, there's no table there. So maybe.
Yeah. And then the no sell to the cell.
Yeah. Like
he just sat up, then he went, went back down again.
And then do we talk about the awkward moment? Because straight after that,
what's the thing? Is it a work or is it shoot? Here's the thing. there's two very good like theories either way.
Yeah. I mean, look, the
Like,
announcer's
security
no
didn't
solid.
jump in.
The announcer's no solid.
Yeah.
So that says to me it's a shoot.
And the directors cut away from as much of it as they possibly could.
But was it something that was always going to be planned, and then maybe someone got a wind of what happened over at the Hall of Fame, and did someone maybe want to nix that, and then there was conflicting thing, because is Enzo and Cass actually coming to Ring of Honor? Like, I really fucking hope not. And if that was a work, and if that was a way to put them over, that's the worst thing ever, because Enzo is going to be the most hated guy in fucking Ring of Honor ever.
Well, that could
be a good thing.
That could be.
That's I mean, if they've got Bully Ray there,
he made Bully Ray a face instantly in that moment.
he did actually.
Well, that's another thing I said as well. I was like, if you're going to do that, why have them attack two heels and then have another heel come out to help them?
Well, and because I have done wrestling training, and I was watching the Briscoes applying holds to them that we were taught in wrestling training as if anyone ever storms the ring, this is what you do. And that's what the Briscoes were doing. Like, they went into autopilot mode. We need to stop this person from, I don't even know if they realized who it was.
Yeah, but then the punches.
Yeah, and then Bully Ray came in and he was like, no, fuck subduing them, knock these pricks out. And it looked real to me.
Yeah.
It's something I would expect Enzo to do. I didn't think Cass was that stupid.
No. Although Cass kind of lost himself though, right? Like he broke up, like the whole Carmella thing happened and he kind of got a bit creepy and then he started drinking a lot and he's gotten a bit of a gut and he's let himself go. He has. So you never know what's going, like people spiral. And I mean, you know a lot about mental health yourself, Todd. You spiral. You may not be yourself. You can be talked into anything really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be going back with that person.
Dude. But they ran together for a long time. So who knows? But yeah, I it looked real to me.
Yeah.
So if it's a work, I guess
the only thing that like signifies to me that it could have been a work is that security didn't jump in as well.
Yeah.
And you would expect, especially like, I know you could say, it's Ring of Honor, maybe they just didn't have the security that like that WWE has. But MSG would be almost saying you need this level of security to be running a show.
I can tell you now, New Japan. I don't think they would have run that by New Japan. I don't think New Japan would have supported something like that.
Well, it ruined half of their end angle.
Well, that Yano part was
yeah.
Oh, because Yano took the straps from God, didn't he? As well, it took away from the next match too. The next match, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Zack Sabre Jr. The crowd were distracted.
Well, it overshadowed Gorillas of Destiny winning. It overshadowed Yano's little spot, and it overshadowed the next match. So
Tonga Loa took to Twitter actually and said, "So this is another thing that makes me think it could be a work." Because Tonga Loa took to Twitter and he said, "Fuck you, Real One. Fuck you, Big Cass, and fuck you, Ring of Honor." So
but then also like their whole Bullet Club thing has been fuck 'em.
Yeah.
So that's I'm like,
So there's no way to know. And that's kind of when wrestling's at its best anyway. So let's see what happens, I suppose.
Thing is, like, I don't know, but I also don't care.
No, see where it goes.
It's like, I don't know if it's a work or a shoot. Yeah. I hope it's a shoot because I don't fucking want to see him again.
I cared about the real one at the Hall of Fame because that was fucking serious. And also, I'm sure we'll talk about it a lot this week on some podcasts, but fucking I love Dash Wilder now.
I'm glad that dude got fucked up.
I like. Do you know what I do like though? I like the difference in opinions from the internet media, especially here in Australia at the moment. Because when that guy did that in MCW and got handled, it's appalling. You should never do that. Don't put your hands on it. Bret Hart got handled. Everyone's like, good, that dude deserved to get beaten. Everyone should have kicked his fucking ass. Why didn't they hit him more?
No, see, I said straight away when the thing happened with Gino in MCW, I was like, I hope Gino kicked his fucking head off. Like,
don't come in the ring. Like I always said it to guys. Like I've had fans come up to me going, "Oh, I wanted to jump the railing and come after you." I said, "Well, you can try it, but you don't realize I'm still over 100 kilos, mate."
Yeah, you don't touch the performers. That's the bottom line. Don't touch the performers. I watched an indie show the other day where, you know, I think it might have been Candy Lee from New Zealand was getting up on the apron and getting into the ring, and someone came over and like tapped her on the butt. And I was like, why is no one knocking this person out? Like, what is going on here? It might have been an attempt for a pat on the back, but you don't do that. Just don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that video I posted when we had that drunk guy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And because I called security to drag him out, because between Tyler Daniels and I, we were discussing which one of us was going to go over there and punch him.
Yeah.
And I just went, hang on, let me see if I can do this first.
Yeah, well, you're a heel. You can rely on security. That's a bit of a heel tactic itself.
It turned me face, though.
Yeah. Let's move on, though. Hiroshi, we spent too much time on that. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Zack Sabre Jr. This was my other match of the night for me, because I love a good grappling, right? And these two grapple with the best. Like Hiroshi Tanahashi, he always gets praised for his storytelling, and rightly so. But he grapples with the best.
Of course he does. It's Hiroshi Tanahashi. He can do anything.
Yeah. But it's also hard not to be a good grappler when you've got someone like Zack Sabre with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because Zack would almost put him in the right spots.
Yeah, he can just manipulate you into where you need to be to make you both look good. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I love this match. Love the just love the whole presentation of this match, having a proper Rev Pro ref in there, and just love it all.
Yeah, just like it was at Wrestle Kingdom. It was a real Rev Pro showcase. They didn't talk about it as much, but yeah, it was a big Rev Pro showcase. And ultimately, Zack Sabre Jr. with a big win. Like, we picked Hiroshi Tanahashi. We thought with the whole King's Quest or whatever, that Royal Quest tour that they've got coming up, we thought that Hiroshi Tanahashi might be the British champion for a little while. But no, they've kept it on ZSJ. And big win for him by submission.
Yeah. That's a name maker, that
twice
one.
in a few weeks. I mean, he beat him in the cup as well, so that's fantastic. Good work.
Yeah. Wait, didn't Tanahashi win the match in the cup, and that's how this got set up?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, he almost beat him in the cup match, but Tanahashi won, and that's how he got this. Yeah. So Zack Sabre Jr. gets his win back, I loved everything about this match, except for the fact that, like I said, a lot of people seemed very distracted, and they didn't seem to enjoy this match, both on Twitter and in the crowd. You're watching people talking about what was happening, checking their phones to see, was that real? Was that what happened? And and that sucks. It takes away from the show.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it was planned, what would you put after that match?
The women's match.
See, I didn't want to say that, but I'm glad you did.
Because you want people to forget the women's match.
Yeah, I'll set you up for that one.
But then we get I know this one was your match of the night, right, Mikey? Kota Ibushi, Tetsuya Naito.
Absolutely was. These two had beautiful chemistry. And I know you're saying off air early to me that there's no story behind this. There is. I mean,
there's no emotion,
but it doesn't need to be. New Japan doesn't need that. I mean, Ibushi beat him in the New Japan Cup. That's where I got confused about the Tanahashi Sabre thing. Thank you.
Right.
Sure you did.
Thanks. I'm just trying to recover my get some love back there. But no, the chemistry between these two guys was amazing. Ibushi winning an IC title is awesome for him and his career, and I love that New Japan and Kevin Kelly put over straight away. Kota Ibushi is in New Japan for a long time now, so this is the start of the Kota Ibushi climbing to that main strap. He's going to get it. He'll get it one day, whether it's next Kingdom or within the next 18 months. But this is the start of the new Kota Ibushi.
Well, yeah, New Japan do nothing quickly. So, yeah.
No, yeah, that's exactly right. But at least they actually stick to what they're going to do, and they have a plan.
Yeah. And now that they've got Ibushi under a 3-year contract, you got to think he's going to walk out of one of the Dome shows with a title. Whether it's next year or the year after, no way to know, but it will happen.
Dome, even potentially Dominion, whatever, G1 win, something like that. His career is going to go crazy over things. And also Nato's reaction in his entrance. Like, this guy is one of the most over talents on the New Japan roster. Like, I know you guys aren't, Greg, I know you're not a fan of him. Meltzer always says it. One of the most best-selling merch guys in all of New Japan is Naito. He is one of the most popular in that company. Why he's not at more of the top of the card, I don't know. But he is one of the most fun guys on that roster. I love Naito.
Yeah, I agree. I love Naito because he doesn't speak English, but he still can convey everything he needs to convey with just mannerisms. And that's one of those things that, to steal a line from Enzo, you can't teach that. It's just one of those things. He's just
the charisma oozes off him. Yeah,
he is, and that's like you can see why. Like guys like him, Roosh, Almas, they've all got that same thing. Yeah. When they do that pose, every time we'll pop the crowd.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. For me, I felt like this was a good match, right? But I didn't feel like there was any real emotion behind it. Like it was just kind of a match between two guys who have, they had a reason to be fighting, but because I think as well, the big thing for me is, and it's one of the big reasons I'm not a huge fan of Naito, even though I can appreciate his abilities, is he doesn't care about the belt that he's holding. So why do I care about this match?
Yeah, it's part of his, do you get what character. I mean? Like the little boy inside Naito would be fucking cheering.
Yeah. Like I think I said to you, like that's the problem I found with the whole card of New Japan was just like I put TakeOver over this show just for the mere fact that most of the matches in that TakeOver show had some sort of emotion built into it.
Yeah.
So you felt some way about one of the guys or another guy or what they were trying to do at the end of this match. A lot of those matches tonight just didn't have that. It was almost like a middle show before hitting a Kingdom show do you know what I mean?
Well, it was a supercard, right? It was not an actual, like it's not something that you would put in your actual calendar. It's like, let's throw an extra special show and put everyone on it.
If you're doing a supercard leading into like Madison Square Garden, you'd think you go, all right, well, we'll do a mini angle going into it. So at least there's something that the fans can get behind, especially if we're marketing to North America, which are big on that storytelling sort of thing. They're going to buy the tickets, but let's give them a show to say we're going to come back and see it again.
Yeah, which Ring of Honor did for ill or good. I think it was mostly good except for the Women of Honor thing and potentially the Bully Ray thing. Like I said, I can see that it is actually working, but also I'm just personally not a fan. But what I am a fan of is Matt Taven winning the Ring of Honor Championship in the first main event of the night, the triple threat ladder match with Marty Scurll and Jay Lethal. I've been saying it for a long time now. There is a conspiracy against Matt Taven. I'm really, really, really fucking happy that they paid this off and that they paid it off here. And I jumped up off my couch and my kids came to check on me because I was yelling.
Yeah, well, I showed you a photo of my dog looking at me.
Yeah.
Dog was giving me a what the hell look on his face.
Why did you just bark?
For a solid 5 minutes after I did it, like checking, are you all right?
Yeah, it was very exciting.
Yeah.
So I popped when he pulled out the purple ladder.
Yes.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it was great. Now, Mikey, I imagine you have some feelings.
Because I was never a Matt Taven fan up until tonight. He made a fan out of me. I saw some of his work in CMLL and his recent work in Ring of Honor, and I don't know, there was something still not clicking right with me. I always thought that, Bennett and Cole were 10 times better than him in the past, and
they were supposed to be though. That's the thing. He was their Randy Orton. He was their Barry Windham. He was their young guy that they were going to bring up to their level.
Yeah. And this is what, so Todd, just to fill you in, Mikey doesn't necessarily watch Ring of Honor every week. I do that. We both watch New Japan. I watch Ring of Honor. He watches CMLL, and we talk about them all on the King of Sportscast. And so that's where there's the disconnect. So he's not been a fan of Matt Taven's stuff in CMLL, but every time I talk about Matt Taven, I'm singing his praises, and he's like, I don't get it, man. I don't get the same way I feel about Rich, who he loves from CMLL, and I don't get it in Ring of Honor. It's sort of the reverse, but he finally gets it after this match, which makes me very happy.
Do you know what I love about Matt Taven is that he never lets the fans in. He never gives them that little inkling that you should like me.
Yeah. He's a great heel.
It's always even when he ruined that first chicken wing. He looked at the way he just looked at the fans. Goes, "Oh, did you not get what you wanted?" Oh.
Yeah.
That's the little things that make wrestling. It's the little things that make characters. I'm so sick of heels that want to be getting cheered for being assholes.
The two guys in the two main events did that because I think Jay White is very similar in that way. He doesn't give a fuck about the fanfare. I like that. Exactly. This one, really fun match. I really love this. I know you're a massive Matt Sabre fan. I am now enjoying him, but I don't know why they didn't capitalize on Marty Scurll right now. Just a couple more months until he does go. I know he's all but gone in the next couple of months, but would you not sort of put a little bit of, I don't know, put a little bit behind him?
I don't think he's going to get the moment. I don't.
I brought it up to Greg, is that he's got a match coming up with Nick Aldis for the NWA title. Yeah. Why would you give, if you're ROH, why would you give Marty Scurll that title when he's going to lose to Aldis in a couple of months, therefore making the NWA champion better than the ROH champion?
Yeah. And his contract's running out soon, and he's going to go to All Elite Wrestling. So, I don't think he's going to get his moment in Ring of Honor. Everyone thought, he should have his moment before he goes. I don't think they will.
Fair enough. But it was a fun match.
I'm happy that this was Matt Taven's moment.
And the funny thing is how you're a Taven fan and I'm a Rouge fan. I think one of the next feuds is going to be Rouge versus Taven. That's going to be delightful.
Possible. It's very possible. I think it could be on the cards. But let's move on to the main event, the main event, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Jay White, Kazuchika Okada, and Okada, what is he now? Five-time? Five-time.
Yes.
Five-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion. You have to do it. If you start it, you have to do it.
Of course.
This match did it for me. Okada's pacing is better than anyone in history.
Yep.
Maybe Ric Flair.
That's the thing. Like Okada. Like Okada's matches are sort of the ones like if you need to go to the toilet at the start because he always starts off slow.
Yeah, and I found out why. Do you guys know why his matches are like this? Because growing up when he was you know
I know this.
Yeah.
You've told me this.
He's a long distance runner, like when he was a kid, and so he knew how to pace. He was like an Olympic runner, and he knew how to pace his runs,
And he looks at this the same, right? Like that's what in the interview he was saying. Like when he looks at putting a match together, he looks at it the same as pacing out.
Like a horse race kind of thing. Like you pace out your win, and I think that's fantastic. He's one of the best. The King is back on top of the Kings of Pro Wrestling universe, and I mean, crazy that Jay White. So a little stat that they threw in the match that I never knew, and I'm a pretty geeky guy when it comes to New Japan. Only two guys in the 69, now 70 reigns of the titles have had the title and not had a title defense win. And that was Vader and I can't think of the second one. As I said, I can't think of the second one. But it was Vader and somebody else from like the 90s. Everyone else has had at least one title defense win. That kind of he's 26 and already an IWGP champion, but kind of a little blip already, like a little asterisk with that title reign, I guess.
Well, I don't know. I almost would have kept it on him because he would have just got more heat off that.
Yeah, but I think it made sense to have Okada win at the big show. Okada's the best. Like he's their guy. It made sense, but I personally wanted Jay White to win. I think we talked about this on the preview. I wanted Jay White to win, but I was pretty sure Okada would. Makes sense.
Like it makes sense, but like I'm over it. I'm over Okada with the belt.
He did.
I love his matches. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like it's not like the whole like irrational Cena hatred that everyone seemed to have.
Yeah.
But like, I love his matches. I just wanted to see something different, and I thought that's what Jay White was doing.
Yeah. I've enjoyed Okada more since he lost the title to Omega, and he did all the stuff with the the red hair and the new music and the balloons, and he I've enjoyed his work more without the title. So I don't know. It's sort of bittersweet, I guess, because I have been really enjoying Jay White's run, but it's best for business.
Yeah, but like I said to you, Greg, could he have hit Jay White with any more moves before actually pinning him?
Well, Jay White actually kicked out of a proper Rainmaker too.
Yeah.
So,
but Dead said he went for about 2 minutes of straight, like, move after move after move, and big finisher move after move before pinning him. So, if anything, that does make Jay White a little bit stronger for having
kicked out of the Rainmaker and then taken all those finishes.
Exactly. Yeah. Okada had to do all of that stuff to him just to pin him.
Yeah. No, he definitely came out of the match looking strong as hell. And so, yeah. And that's the G1 Supercard. Yeah. Overall
thoughts. The New Japan side of things, about an 8 out of 10. I think Ring of Honor side of things, maybe about a 5 or 6 out of 10. In no means was it a perfect show. I still think TakeOver as a 5-match solid card is a better show. There were, in my opinion, 2 better matches tonight than all 5 of the matches yesterday, but the length of the card and some of the missed spots and here and there and just took away a little bit of it for me, but not a lot. It was still a great card.
Yeah. See, I went into this thinking this weekend that this was going to be the show of the weekend, and it doesn't really matter what NXT are going to do. And NXT get that advantage of being in the night before as well, so they do all this sort of thing. But they still won't be able to match what New Japan and ROH can do. And I was right. Like, I still favour the TakeOver show over that, just because of the emotion that was in it.
Yeah.
And everyone thought, especially in that TakeOver, everyone thought, that's it, Gargano's getting screwed again.
Yeah.
He's going to get screwed again for that title. And to actually win it. See, that's the emotion it was missing in all of the matches in ROH. And even the Velveteen and Matt Riddle.
Man, that was
no one thought Velveteen was going over Matt Riddle.
No.
Because they thought, this is Matt Riddle, rocket strapped,
from me
he's
to
done.
You guys. Now that New Japan have had success in Madison Square Garden, yes, the ticket sales might have been helped with the Elite being in the rosters way back when. But do you reckon New Japan could do it on their own going forward? AAA?
I don't know.
Well, isn't the first night of the G1 sales pretty soft at the moment?
Market for that. It's a strange market for that. I think New Japan could do better stuff in New York than they have throughout the rest of the country.
I feel like they need to go to travel cities. Like, they need to be in New York, New Orleans, LA, or what's the other big one? Las Vegas.
Yeah. New Florida as well.
Oh yeah. But the cities that people will travel to for sure. Who wants to travel to Dallas? I don't know. I might be wrong, but just in my head, I feel like it's not really a
But
destination.
AAA have now tested the waters. They're going to be doing a Madison Square Garden show in September.
Yeah.
God, they'll sell 5 tickets.
There's a big Latino thing in.
They have the All Elite Wrestling relationship as well. So
well, they'll have to pack it with those guys.
You'll have a lot of those guys on. Yeah, but that does it for the G1 Supercard show, guys. Thanks so much, Todd, for coming on. How did it feel getting to talk something other than Aussie stuff for once?
Well, I love the Aussie stuff because I'm involved. I'm involved in it. But it's good. It's good to talk about it because, like I said, I haven't done that on a podcast in years because we moved away from that and sort of just went, we're going to focus solely on the Australian stuff because that's what we're involved in. That's what we're passionate about.
Well, I'll keep you in mind next time, like with big shows and stuff. We're happy to have you back on. Where can people find you online and where can they listen to Wrestle Radio Australia?
Wrestle Radio Australia, pretty much most podcast catches the way you get it. I think the only thing we're not on at the moment is Spotify, and I've got to change that. I've got to get around to it when I'm not lazy. Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, Wrestle Radio Australia. Just look us up there, and Twitter is at Wrestle Radio AU. The same with on Instagram.
Yep.
So I'm massive for pushing myself, and I can't remember anything. I was just
at Big Boy on the Twitters and Instagram. I remembered.
You remembered. I am at Greg Unchained on Twitter, at the Greg Unchained on Instagram. We collectively are the B Plus Wrestle on Twitter because wrestling wouldn't fit. The B Plus Wrestling everywhere else. Like, share, subscribe, 5-star review if you like what we do. And thank you so much for listening.
Hold one. Arm drag.
You're not doing this. Get out. Let me tell you a personal
just made the list.
So, now speak English.
Dummy.
Goodbye and good night.
Hold 2. Arm bar.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Dummy. Hold 3. The moss covered.